Hi, my name is Karen Seva, and I wanted to speak a little bit about the Florida school shootings. In light of recent events, I've learned that there have been 29 school shootings in the first 45 days of this year. Now, that seems like we're in the midst of an absolutely catastrophic epidemic situation that is impacting our youth. Now, right now, there's a call to greater gun control. Greater gun control, which absolutely is necessary. But, the perspective of a mother, the situation is twofold, if not multifaceted. So say, for instance, that a mother has a child and there's a fire. The child goes over to the fire and gets burned. So the mother may, tell the child, that's hot, be careful, you could get hurt. But also the mother would put out the fire so that in the future, or make it harder to access the fire so that the child didn't hurt themselves. In addition, while creating a preventative measure, the mother's also instilling understanding and values and respect of the fire and just a greater understanding in general. Because ultimately, we're raising adults here. We're not raising children. So the goal being creating a greater understanding so that people in general, they don't need to be policed. They have a sense of right and wrong and good and bad that then stays with them throughout their life, regardless of if their parents are there or not. So in regards to the Florida school shooting, there's a couple parts to the situation. And one, yes, is absolutely greater gun control. But the other, the other piece of this puzzle that I'm not so much hearing us talk about is the degree of self-esteem and level of connection, both connection to self and connection to others, that our youth seem to be lacking for these kinds of situations to be occurring. And so, on the one hand, yes, we want to put out the fire. We want to put a barrier between our kids and the injury that's occurring. But on a greater level, we need to rethink our educational systems. We need to rethink the way that we as adults are relating with one another, the way we're treating our children. We'll also maybe need to rethink this entire media culture where FaceTime is being valued over real time. I have a music project, Sing the World Awake, where we go into schools, I have classes, go into organizations, and we sing. We sing sacred songs. We sing for the healing of the earth. We sing for the connecting of one another. We do exercises of eye contact, of being in the presence of each other, of valuing people, of understanding that our being, our very existence, has a value. In Western culture, we're very much valued for what we can do and what we can produce. From a very young age, the questions are asked of us, what are you going to do when you grow up? What are you going to do? We call it what are you going to be, but we've almost replaced any sense of being with this idea that you need to be a productive member of society in order to have any value. So these ideas are being put on our children from such a young age that there's not really a sense that there's an inherent value in them. Another piece of this story about the Florida school shooting that I learned is that the boy who is the perpetrator, he was adopted. His mother had passed away, and he had an adopted family. He, I think, exhibited some behavioral problems throughout his life, but in November, his adopted mother died of the flu. So this boy is obviously alone. He's feeling a deep sense of loss, a deep lack of connection. And so these are the actions he's taken. He's taken these actions because this is what society is demonstrating to our youth. This is what society is demonstrating to us as a culture of what you do when there's a problem. So, that in and of itself is something for us to look at. But behind the scenes there's a real hurt. There's a real lack of connection that boy was feeling. So taking a few steps back in this situation, we're being given a really great opportunity to rethink the way that we connect with each other, with the way we we connect with the world and the way we teach our children and the way our education system is run. So for a moment, I want to invite us to breathe. Just breathe into this moment. Breathe into the energy you feel in your body. Connect to your breath. And remember that you matter. You. Just the fact that you're sitting here breathing is creating a tremendous impact. You matter simply because you exist. And that is magnificent. I want to share a song with you that came through a couple years ago. And it came through as though from the Divine Mother, acknowledging just, I see you. I see you in all of it. And I value you, just your being. So this is the song. Thank you for listening. Thank you for receiving my words. May we work together to find solutions. Please contact me. I would love to be in touch with you. Again, my name is Karen Seva. My project is Sing the World Awake. And here's a song, I See You. I see flowers bloom, I see blue skies too, I see the grass so green, I see you. I see the stars that shine, I see the moon at night, I see the ocean blue, I see you. I see you. I see the turtle doves singing their songs of love. I see the wiggly worm climbing into the earth. I see the sun that shines. I see the rain divine. I see the love that shines in you. Through the dark clouds of gray, through the wintry haze, through the fires that burn you down, you're as clear as a bell, and your soul shows all's well, 'cause I see you. You bring the mistletoe, you're the icing, oh, and of course, you're the cherry on top. You're the sparkle of my eye and my love, 'cause I see you. Thank you. May you be blessed. And may we know that under and beyond all this, there's this great, pervasive peace that we're all desiring to get to. So may we work together for it to be realized in our lifetime. May you be blessed. May our children be blessed. May our world be blessed.